YouTube! OMI is about to level up. Huge news for VeVe collectors and OMI holders alike. But is it really as good as it sounds? Let's break it down, shall we? OMI to NFT is finally here. It's a massive leap forward, no doubt about it. The VeVe fam is undoubtedly happy about this, and the ability to one-click buy OMI is an absolute game changer. Plus, every OMI transaction that is done on the Stackr exchange burns a little bit of OMI as well, which is always a great thing for token holders. But here's the grumble. To use this new feature, you need to be on the Stackr platform. That's a whole new ecosystem, and it might be a bit of a barrier for new users. We're talking about adding another step to the process, which isn't ideal for mass adoption. The other day, for example, a mining style company released a product that sold out instantly. It was a one-click solution. Other similar projects, doing exactly the same thing, struggle because of the knowledge needed to set up the miners and the wallets. What VeVe had was the ease of use for a normal crypto newbie. No need for wallets or transfers, simply see what you like and buy it using a credit card. Now, introducing the other features in Stackr has made it a bit more of a complicated process. Another thing to consider is the incentive to actually use OMI for purchases. Right now, it seems like only die-hard VeVe fans are the ones most likely to jump on board. We need a compelling reason for people to choose OMI over the traditional VeVe marketplace. Sure, there's that burn of course, but is it enough? For a user that sees an advert on Facebook to buy a collectible and just wants to buy it and nothing else, what would make them bother to sign up to VeVe and then after that transfer it to Stackr to buy it instead with OMI? I guess maybe if the collectible is only listed on Stackr in OMI, but that's not likely to be the case because I have a feeling that if both markets are open, it means that people will list on both markets because there's more chance of it being sold. Of course, we don't know how much traffic the Stackr market's going to get as well versus the VeVe market, so that could make a huge difference. Although someone did mention on my post on Twitter that the current maximum of amount of dollars that you could bring into the app essentially would be void with the OMI. So it means that whales will be able to do more purchases and more quickly, bringing in more money. But I guess we'll kind of have to wait and see if that happens, as it's all just speculation. Dr. Profit and his team seems to be cooking up a storm with new features like the one-click OMI, which he just announced, and also just announced that one-click migration is coming soon as well, which could obviously streamline the entire process. But I'm not sure how much these transactions will cost, obviously, and how much it will be to change your thing into OMI, whether it's going to be more than the average exchange, etc, etc. And obviously these calculations need to be added in when deciding whether or not you're going to purchase with OMI or whether you're going to purchase with gems. But of course, because it's on base, in theory, it means that those transactions would be pennies anyway, so maybe that doesn't come into account. But I'm assuming there will be a cost to transfer from, say, USD to OMI, and it's going to be at the rate that they set, not necessarily at the rate that you would get elsewhere. So depending on if it's a competitive rate, whether or not it's worth it. And as Pudding Cheeks pointed out, if transferring your OMI and navigating the platform is far too much hassle, which it will be for some, you can always just sell a collectible to get OMI on the Stackr platform. That way, circumventing the whole send from Coinbase, swapping OMI, or learning about exchanges. Although that will only count if you have a collectible in the first place. Now, any OMI you hold on Stackr also goes towards your MCP. So bearing all this in mind, would it not just be better to do away with the VeVe marketplace, add credit card payments and gems to the Stackr marketplace, and have the app pop up in the tab instead of the VeVe market? As it seems like it's a carbon copy of the market anyway, just with extra features that are not available on VeVe due to, I guess, regulations. So if VeVe simply closed their market and linked to Stackr, wouldn't that kind of constitute the same ecosystem and wouldn't be so obvious and still has two different companies running it? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on that one, because maybe that's just a brain fart of mine. Well, anyway, while the potential to OMI to NFT is huge, and it's definitely exciting to see the token gaining traction, we need to see more incentives and smoother user experience before we can truly celebrate. And of course, it is in beta. So hey, this is just the beginning. I'm optimistic that Dr. Profit and his team will continue to refine this feature and make it a game changer for the entire ecosystem. But let's hope it doesn't take as long as the VeVeverse beta. Otherwise, we'll be waiting a very long time to see it come to fruition. Thanks very much. I'll see you on the next one.